friends. I wanted to share something on friendship with you this morning. I was just thinking about what a blessing friendship has been in my life and some key components to some godly friendships that have been modeled for me. And so I thought it'd be fun to share that with you. So I just have like 4 things that have really stood out to me in several of my godly friendships over the years. One of those things is being able to share joy. So I think about like a great movie and how fun it is to share that with a friend, right? Like it's a great movie whether you're alone or with someone else, but how much more pleasure do you get out of sharing that with a friend? And so being able to share God together like that, like celebrating the wins and celebrating what He's doing in each other's lives, I think there's so much joy to be found when you can do that with somebody that loves you. Another thing that I've really appreciated in my friendships has been being able to speak truth into each other's lives, and that's hard because that means you have to love your friend more than you care about your well-being sometimes. And so I know for sure I've appreciated those friendships where people have been willing to speak truth into my life, knowing I may not want to hear what they're sharing, but also knowing that it's probably biblical truth and it's probably good for me, and that they're willing to risk their well-being or their comfort to share something with me that might help me grow in the Lord. That's pretty powerful. Another thing that I've really appreciated is in my weakness, in my hard times, having friends that can come alongside me and point to God and remind me that it's not for nothing, and that maybe in that valley I can't see what He's doing, but He is still there and He is working. And I think on our own sometimes we forget when we're in the valley that there's so much fruit being produced in our lives in those times, but we won't see it until after. And so it's so nice to have someone that loves you enough to remind you of that in the middle of it, and then to be able to again go back to that first point and celebrate with them afterwards to see really what God was doing and how you did grow in that time and how you were able to persevere through Him. And I think too, one of the most important things that I've appreciated in my friendships has been having friends that can see past my weaknesses and my imperfections and look at me through God's eyes, and just be able to speak that into my life when maybe I don't even see it. I think that's the beauty of God, is that He doesn't look at us through our actions or through our mistakes or our weaknesses, but He looks at us as who we were created to be, and then everything that we go through in life is pushing us toward that goal. And so I love when you have a friend that loves you enough to be able to see that and speak hope and speak truth and speak your future into your life and help you become that person. So in Hebrews, it says in Hebrews 10, there's a chapter that's called A Call to Persevere in Faith. And I love that as you go down further in verse 24, it says, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the days approaching." And I just think, like, even in persevering in our faith, God is encouraging us to encourage each other. God is encouraging friendship there. He's encouraging relationship with other believers. And so it's pretty important. If He's pointing toward that, then I think that that's something that we should take hold of. And so I just wanted to encourage you with that. I don't think that was probably a newsflash to anyone, but just a good reminder that I know right now with, being home, sometimes we are missing each other, but it's also an opportunity to slow down and think about what kind of a friend we are and how we can work toward, spurring each other on and encouraging each other and speaking truth into each other's lives. So whose friend are you? That's my encouragement today, is think about whose friend are you and what are you doing in that friendship to encourage them to become more like Christ. I love you guys. I can't wait to celebrate and meet together with you guys in person. But until then, I trust that God is doing amazing things in and through you. Have a great day.